Hey everyone, Krista here, and today I'm going to go over why Mythos is one of my favorite restaurants at Universal Orlando and why you'll want to dine here during your next visit to Universal's Islands of Adventure. So let's get into it. Mythos is an award-winning full-service restaurant located on the Lost Continent area of Islands of Adventure and situated directly across from the statue ruins of Poseidon's arm and trident. It's one of only 2 full-service restaurants at Islands of Adventure, with the other being Confisco Grill at the port of entry area. Mythos offers exceptional modern cuisine in a mythical setting that features some of the best theming and atmosphere of any restaurant, right up there with Space 220 at Epcot. As you walk into the area, you'll immediately notice the towering rock formations, cascading waterfalls, and ancient figures carved into the side of the restaurant. The large stone face that sits on top of the mountain will sometimes have water flowing out of his mouth, but unfortunately it was not running during our visit. Whether you dine here or not, you'll want to make sure that you take some time to explore the walkway that runs behind the restaurant. Here, you'll see a panoramic view of all of the lands across the lake, as well as a colossal stone statue carved into the rocks. It's really a cool feature that can be easily missed if you don't walk around to the back of the Stone Mountain restaurant. Another really fun Easter egg in this area is if you listen closely, you can even hear the growls of a troll that lives beneath the bridge. It can be a little hard to hear over the sounds of the waterfalls and roller coasters, but if you listen closely, you can definitely hear him. When you do arrive, you'll check in with the host outside the restaurant, and then you can enter the lobby area where you'll wait for your table to be ready. When you step into the building, you'll walk into a cavernous ambiance that feels like a mythical grotto carved into the rocks, and you'll take your seat in one of the stone benches and admire the beautiful chandeliers and unique light fixtures. When your table is finally ready, you'll be able to enter the dining room area where you'll find mermaids carved into pillars, a fish fountain in the center of the room, and you'll immediately notice the extremely tall windows all along the back wall for a fantastic view of the lake. The details in the atmosphere are pretty amazing, and I definitely recommend taking the time to walk all throughout the restaurant to admire all the little details. You'll see a ton of unique figurines carved into the walls, including an awesome one that is right above the kitchen window. We were lucky enough to get seated at a table right next to the windows, and we're even able to see both the Velocicoaster and the Hulk Coaster while we were enjoying our lunch. For our appetizers, we ordered the semolina crusted calamari, which is tender calamari flash fried and served with spinach chorizo aioli and charred lemon to drizzle over your dish. We love calamari, so it's always one of our go-tos at any restaurant. However, our server also recommended to get the Spanakopita Dip, which she mentioned as one of the most popular appetizers to get at Mythos, so we made sure to order that one as well. The Spanakopita Dip is a savory blend of spinach, feta cheese, lemon, and fresh herbs served hot with fresh pita chips seasoned with za'atar spice, fresh cucumber, tomatoes, and olives. And I was really glad that she recommended this because it was delicious and ended up being one of our favorite dishes of the entire meal. For our entrees, I ordered the pan-roasted wild salmon that is served with pan-roasted carrot puree, fingerling potatoes, shiitake mushrooms, baby spinach, crispy shaved asparagus, and red grapes. I really loved this dish. It was definitely very delicious, and our server also mentioned that it was one of her favorites as well. So if you choose this, you won't be disappointed. My husband ordered the Moroccan lamb Asabuko, that is slow braised lamb served with tricolor carrots, garbanzo beans, sweet peppers, and eggplant in a spiced tomato broth with creamy polenta. For the dessert, we ordered the chocolate banana gooey cake, which is a warm, flourless chocolate cake drizzled with caramel sauce and topped with peanut butter ice cream and candied bananas. And if you still have room, I highly recommend grabbing this dessert. To finish my meal, I ordered a cappuccino, which is served with this really cool rock candy stirring stick. And it was such a fun way to add sugar to the coffee that I might have to steal this idea to serve my coffee at home the same way. If you are planning on eating at Mythos, here are a few things to keep in mind. You'll want to make sure that you take the time to enjoy all of the details of this incredibly themed restaurant. You'll want to explore the outside by taking the path around and behind the building as well as the inside. So make sure to get up and walk around throughout the restaurant to be able to see it all. As with all theme park restaurants, it is extremely popular, so you'll want to make sure to get reservations. We were able to call and get reservations a couple of weeks before our visit with no issues, but we did see people walking up without reservations, and they were able to get a table later that day. So you'll want to give that a try if you don't have any reservations, but of course there's no guarantee to get in. If you're looking for more fun themed places to eat at Universal, you'll want to check out my video on Toothsome Chocolate Emporium. This restaurant has a really cool steampunk theme, robot characters that walk throughout the restaurant, and gourmet milkshakes that they're famous for. Until next time, everyone, I hope you have an amazing day and go out and enjoy some Florida sunshine.